Good day, folks. Welcome back. It is fall of the year. I'm out in the garage here this weekend, and it's not that cold yet, but winter's coming, and I have a solution to help me with that with my woodworking in the garage this winter. This is the Hcalory Toolbox 2S diesel heater. It is an upgrade from the previous version, I understand, but this unit has some unique upgrades. It has a 3-minute fast heating option, 50 hours long time running, and it is very quiet, much quieter than the original version. So I just got this yesterday. I had a quick look in the box. Looks like a very nice unit. So I'm going to take it out. It requires a little bit of assembly, so I'm going to go through that, put it together, and then I'll take you through some features of it. And my purpose for this one is I'm going to use it in my garage to help with the heating while I'm in here doing woodworking, especially during the winter months. And I can vent the unit out under my garage door, so we'll get to that later. But if you're into ice fishing or you're into hot tent camping, this will be the great product for that purpose. It runs on diesel fuel, very quiet operation, and provides lots of heat, from what I understand, for like a hot tent or for an ice fishing hut and so on. I'm going to use it for my garage, and I'm going to do some comparisons. I'll measure the temperature inside the garage before we start, and I'm going to let it run and see how comfortable it is. I'm going to give an honest opinion on this unit once I use it for a bit. Okay, so it's the Hcalory Toolbox 2S diesel heater. Check it out, guys. And I'll get this put together now, and when we come back, we'll go over some of the features and of the unit itself. So folks, I got the unit out of the box. Looks very nice. I like it. This looks like a remote control. Yes, I understand that there is a remote control that comes with this unit, so you can control it remotely, obviously. But there's also an app. Hcalory has an app that you can control this heater on your phone. So great for if you're in the bunk, in a hot tent, or in an ice fishing hut, and just have your phone. Click on to control the heater, especially if it's outside the hot tent, or it has to be probably outside if you're venting the diesel fumes outside, so most likely be outside. So if you got the unit outside, you got the remote like this, or you have the app on your phone. You can control the heater, turn it on, turn it up, turn it down, and so on. We'll get to all that as we go through the video, but it comes right now with everything that you need to understand. There's the suction cables, ductworks and stuff, exhaust pipes, filter for the exhaust pipe, wired connections for if you want to plug it into a DC 12-volt battery, another wired connection, not sure what that's for yet, but we'll get to that. There's the muffler, a vent to go onto the ductwork, all clamps and hoses and fuel filter to put the unit together. And in this box here we have, I think this is the electrical connection. Yeah, so if you're somewhere where you want to use this unit as a heater for like a crawl space or something like that, and you have electricity in your location, you can plug this heater directly into this power adapter, and it'll run off that power, AC power, and can still heat up like a crawl space or any other application you can think of, an RV, anywhere you can think of where you would require heat to keep warm. Fuel tank, of course, in top there, wired connections and so on. Very, very compact, very nice, and convenient because all this, just put it back in here, comes in a nice form factor. It's like a toolbox. How compact is that, guys? I mean, that's going to be That's awesome to put in the back of your truck, put it in the back of your ATV, put it in the back of your snowmobile. Nice and compact. You need another little container for the rest of the units, but this here is a game changer. The Hcalory Toolbox 2S diesel heater. So I'm gonna give it a try. Now I don't have any diesel fuel right now. I'll go get diesel fuel, put this together, and I'll bring you back when I get it all put together. And then we're gonna give it put it through its test. Stay tuned, folks. Hey folks, I got the Hcalory diesel heater put together. It wasn't very difficult. You need a Phillips screwdriver basically. Put a few hose clamps, put on your intake vent, your exhaust holes over here, muffler. Again, another hose clamp, put that on. And the heating duct, put it on there. Got the hose clamp put in place. Now, what I have set up here, might look like a bit of a contraption, but basically I'm going to test this on heating my garage. Okay, it's about a 400 square foot garage, and I know that this unit would be ideal for using in a hot tent or out ice fishing or stuff like that, or if you're overnight camping. Great for that. I'm going to give it a test with my my garage. I'm out here in the winter time doing woodworking, and I want to see if this will heat up the garage enough. You know, I'm not going to be out here in shorts and t-shirt, but I better keep it comfortable for me while I'm working out here doing woodworking. So what I got set up here, and let me just show you. I'll bring it inside. Just hold on one second. Yeah, so folks, what I got set up here is I got the unit set outdoors because that's going to be, I need the muffler outside, obviously. I don't want the fumes coming into the garage. And then I just close my garage door, and I've got it set up such that I'm blocking most of the bottom of the garage door, but I had the vent coming in through there, so one end of the garage door. And like I said, this is just a test to see if it's going to work. Ideally, I would use this like if I'm out ice fishing or if I'm going hot tent camping or something like that. Then that would be the ideal situation for this unit. But I'm going to give it an ultimate test here in my garage. So I got it fueled up, and now I'm going to go start it up, and we'll get her going. Now remember, it takes about 3 minutes for the unit to warm up, start producing heat. It does has a fast eating feature. 3 minutes, like I said, it'll start producing heat. So let's go turn it on and see how it goes. Now folks, I'm not sure if you can really see the display here or not with the camera angle or whatever. But basically, I've got the unit plugged in inside here in my garage. And if I understand, I get turned on, I just hold the power button for 2 seconds. And it starts off H4, so and I can hear the unit starting up. Fan kicks in. It's at heat level 4, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. Let it warm up. It takes a little, like I said, it takes 3 minutes for it to start producing heat. Let's just go inside. I'll leave it there like that, and I'll shut the garage door and let it do its thing. Like I said, this is just a test to see. And guys, I have the unit plugged into an AC outlet right now. You can use it with a Blue Eddy or anything like that. Power source, 12-volt battery, whatever you need. When you're out on ice fishing and stuff, you're obviously not going to take the AC adapter with it. Like I said, I want to give it a try as a test today. Now, there is air blowing there, but there's no heat yet, and that's understandable. Like I said, it takes about 3 minutes for it to go. And right now I've got it on a heating level of 4. It can go from 1 to 10. I got to start at 4 right now, just to see how it goes. So anyway, I'll bring it back in a couple minutes. So folks, I got a little thermostat here. It's 12 degrees Celsius right now in my garage. There's the inside temperature right there. The top temperature is the temperature outside right now. This is reading from my greenhouse, but the inside temperature in the garage right now is 12 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to put that over here in my workbench area, which makes sense because that's where I'm going to be operating if I want this unit to run this way. And I can hear it now. It's starting to, the fan is kicked in. Let's just see. Okay, like I said, we still got cold air coming there now. But the other thing that I mentioned earlier in the video is that Hcalory has an app. So let's go see if we can get the app to work. I do have the app installed on my phone. And so you just pull up the Hcalory, add the device. Hcalory there. Let's see. Bluetooth connection successful. And voila, look at that. That was quick. That was easy. First time I ever tried that, guys, and it worked right away. Look at that. So great. So it's telling me that its ignition is on. It's at heat level 4, 12 volts going in. And it's in heating mode. Okay. Hcalory has done some great improvements to the heater and the diesel pump in this unit, guys. The details are in the description of the video, but they did provide a great description of the improvements they've made to the inside units, working units inside of this Toolbox diesel heater. So let's just let it do its thing, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes. So now, like you see, we're at heating level 4. And it seems to be working. And we're starting to get heat here. So I'm going to let that heat up a bit, and then I'll change the heating level, see if it makes a difference to my garage. Just a quick note, guys, that I started this test at 10:50 a.m. So we'll see what the temperature is, and I'll let it run for a bit, a couple hours or so. See if it's warming up this garage. Okay? Talk to you in a bit. Now, folks, I could definitely feel the heat coming into that, and if this was a small tent or ice hut, definitely warm me up. But that is hot there. It's only at level 4 right now, and no trouble there. Now, gonna take a while to heat up this garage, and there's been no change on temperature yet. But the thermometer is back there, but we're in my working area. So I'm going to. It's only been about 10 minutes. That's all. I'm going to go back into the app and make some changes here. So again, pull it up. It's matching with the unit. It's connected. So if I click on it, again, it's level 4. I can change it to level 5. Very quiet, by the way, guys. I mean, you can hear the fan, the heat, the air moving. But like I said, to show you some pictures here, unit we're operating outside. Very low noise. No troubles. You had it outside your tent or outside in your cabin area or RV. No trouble to sleep. It's not going to keep you awake or anything. So let's just bump it up to 7. Now, obviously, the higher the temperature, let's go up to 8. The higher the temperature, the more faster it's going to consume fuel. But so yeah, the unit is very quiet, folks, and like you said, I got it bumped up to 8 right now, and you can feel a lot more wind blowing in there for sure. But the unit is very efficient. It claims up to 50 hours of continuous runtime on a single tank. Okay. Now it doesn't specify what level you're heating at, but still, 50 hours. It's great. It's a 6-liter tank, and it's 20% bigger than the standard 5-liter heaters that are out there. Okay, like I said, Hcalory has done some great improvements with this Toolbox 2S unit, including the improved motor heater in it. Design is I like the design, the suitcase design. It's easy, makes it transportable, and got a 3-minute fast heating cycle. So it heats up basically in 3 minutes. So yeah, so now we're up to level 8. We're heating, and we'll check back in a bit. All right, guys, stay tuned. So folks, it's been about an hour I've been running this unit, and the temperature right now, is showing 14 degrees Celsius, okay? The ambient temperature outside right now is 9 degrees, and I can see that on the app, guys. You see, tells you what the ambient temperature is. So it's 9 degrees outside, 14 in here. So it came up a couple of degrees. Now remember, this is a 410 square foot garage, okay? It's not a fishing hut. It's not a overnight camping tent, okay? Winter camping or anything like that. It's not an RV. It's a little bit bigger. So this is probably a test that I normally would not do. I just wanted to see how it would work in my garage, okay? But I like it. Like I say, I'm not going to come out here in t-shirt and shorts, but this makes it a comfortable working environment for me when I'm out here in the winter. So it's just an initial test I wanted to prove. I got, like I said, only been running an hour. That's all I've been doing right now. I'm gonna let it run for the afternoon just to see how it does before 3 or 4 hours. Let it run, and then I'll check, see how much fuel we burn, and we'll go from there. So anyway, so another feature of the unit, guys, is the remote control that comes with it. Okay, so I got the app open at the same time. I'm just gonna see if I can control the heating level with the remote control. So the unit is outside. I'm not sure if it's infrared or radio, so might have to open the door to get this to work. We'll see. Nope, there you go. See that on the app. I hit the minus button to bring it down to heating level, brought it down to 7. If I want to bring it up, there it is, up to 8 again. And like I said, I've been running it at 8 for the last hour. Well, I did the first 10 minutes or so, I was at 4. So I decided to double that and run it at 8 for the first hour. And looks good. So basically you got some on, off, and increase or decrease the heating level on the remote. But the app can control everything on the unit. You can see right now it's 9 degrees Celsius outside. It says it's running and it's heating. Everything else looks normal. Voltage 13 volts because again it's plugged in through the AC adapter. And great unit. Anyway, guys, go check out Hcalory Toolbox 2S diesel heater. All the links are in the description, and I'll do some follow-up, final thoughts on this unit in the next little bit. Hey folks, welcome back. It's been about 2 hours now. Got the heater running, and it is actually 19 degrees here now in the garage. That's plenty warm for my needs out here while doing my woodworking stuff. Gotta say, guys, I am impressed. The unit itself, the Hcalory Toolbox 2S diesel heater, easy to put together. All I required was a Phillips screwdriver. Put a few clamps on the hoses. Everything came in the box. The app that comes with the unit, ideal. I put it on my phone, and you saw how quickly I would connect to the heater via Bluetooth. I can do all controls with it. Turn the heat up, turn the heat down. Celsius to Fahrenheit, depending on your requirement, your needs. And like I said, this is not a typical situation that I think most people will be using the heater. I wanted to try this as a test for my garage, and it worked out well. I am impressed with the unit. The form factor is very nice compact toolbox, as it's called. You can fit it in your ATV, your quad, in the back of your truck, your RV. If you're going ice fishing, going hot tent camping, again, great unit, folks. So yeah, I want to thank Hcalory for sending this along and letting me test it out. And if you're interested in purchasing one of these, Hcalory is actually providing a 15% off coupon with a discount code of DWells15, and I'll put those details in the description for the video, and I'll show it somewhere here on the screen also. But you get 15% off if you order from the links that are in the description. There's a US link and a Canadian link, both in the description of this video. Check them out, guys. I plan to use this unit in the future for other adventures that I get going with, whether it be hot tending or ice fishing. But yeah, 19 degrees, 20. Now we're up to 20. So yeah, that's quite comfortable for here in the garage, I gotta say. Like I said, I'm not gonna be out here with my t-shirt and shorts on, but when I'm out here working on my woodworking stuff, it's ideal. Now, like I said, I had to do a little modification to get it to work with the garage door, but that's fine. I mean, if I decide to go with this, I could put a vent hole in the garage door and still put the unit outside. I would never put the unit inside, obviously, for fumes from the heater itself. But it's a great unit, and I'm impressed, I gotta say. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Go check out Hcalory and their Toolbox 2S diesel heaters at the links that I mentioned already. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. If you're using this Hcalory unit, let me know if how you find it with whatever use you're using with whether it be, like I said, hot tinting, ice fishing, or whatever. But yeah, great unit. Again, thanks Hcalory for sending along, and I'll catch you in the next video, folks.